And an afternoon of celebration for Britton Nikora, his 100th NRL appearance. He's been so durable as well. He's missed as few as 10 games since debuting for the club back in 2019. He's come through the grades here at Cronulla and also arisen to international honours with New Zealand. Well, Andrew Johns, Matt Moylan last week, look, he had some friends in this area, so don't want to be too hard in singling him out, but he missed 10 tackles against the Melbourne Storm, yet Craig Fitzgibbon maintains the faith.
Yeah, they really targeted him on their left side. They've been leaking a lot of points in and around Matt Moylan, Talakai. Just get the feeling Craig Fitzgibbon may have challenged Moylan, and Braden Trindle is there in the background, so expect, hopefully for Sharks fans, a good defensive effort from Matt Moylan.
The Sharks running with the benefit of quite a significant breeze at their back in the first half here.
Tommy, run!
They conceded 50 points for just the 10th time in the club's history against the Storm last week. There's the kickoff for Sunday footy. Here comes Tavita Pangai Jr. A wholehearted run to start the afternoon with Hamlin Uele, part of the tackle. And now Chris Patolo, second game back from a long-term knee injury, into the starting team this afternoon. Oh, big shot. Curtis Moran in 15, starting at lock. But a high-energy set here from Canterbury. That's Perham, who he singled out. Now Marnie off the back of a quick play. The ball goes for a run, and Patolo with his second carry in the opening set of the game. Comes back to Carl Oluwapu, the 18-year-old, his 7th NRL appearance this afternoon. And now Ronaldo is striking at a try a game down here at home. 19 tries at this venue. Ramian now. Tackled by Preston. And Nico Hines on his 27th birthday after a disappointing couple of weeks. We'll be hoping to return to the kind of form we know the Dally M Player of the Year can offer. Corfusi, Lockenball trying to put him on the ground, but he's able to stand and play the ball. And now Hines kicks for his outside men. Taken safely by Braden Burns, who has been used sparingly in the NRL this year, just his 3rd appearance. Did get a hat-trick in New South Wales Cup football last week. The man who's played more times here at the Triangle, Paul Gallen, is sideline. What can you tell us, Gal? Good afternoon.
Hey guys, yes, another wonderful time here. Look, the conditions are pretty clear down here. It's 17 degrees, but it is pretty cold on the sideline. Feels like 10. And it's saying the wind's coming from the west at 31 degrees. I can tell you there's no chance in the world it's come from the west. It is blowing a fair bit down. I think it's come from the southeast. I think it's behind the Sharks just a little bit.
Yes, it certainly felt like it was coming up from the south. Here's Kennedy. Scored a hat-trick when the teams have met in round 8 this year. It was a high-scoring victory in favour of Cronulla in a most competitive game, that one. 33-20. Last time these teams clashed here, it was 16-0. Cronulla over the Bulldogs, and Hines into the line. Now they're appealing for an obstruction penalty, the Canterbury team. Nikora went through the line. The referee allows play to continue, and this is Corfusi. Cronulla get to tackle number 5. Blake Brayley plays to Hines, and he kicks him. Oh, gee, the wind got hold of that one and blew it over the sideline on the full.
Well, he's practicing his long kicks, not his short kicks. You could see that ball. Another 10 metres. We're all wrong there.
Yeah, the breeze blew up just before kickoff, and it was swirling a little bit down on the field. It felt like it was coming from the south, but on the field it was hitting you from all directions. So kickers are going to have to get used to that.
Jacob Kiraz. He's a fan favourite at Canterbury. He's having a wonderful impact on the NRL. He was leading the Dally M after the first month. Flat pass finds Oluwapu. Now Flanagan. He's had a productive month in New South Wales Cup football, playing at hooker primarily, but 4 tries last week in a thumping win for the Dogs. Here's Perham again, and Moylan, he was solid defensively, really went after the ball carrier that time, didn't hang back. Now Marnie on tackle 5. Oh, a backhanded pass, it's picked up by Jade Knockenmore, and he's going to kick, and it'll go straight to Kennedy. Well, it wasn't a spectacular end of the set. The chase is okay. Pungai Jr. and Jacob Preston make the tackle in the centre of the 30. Now Sione Katoa. Ronaldo once more. Hard to believe what happened to Cronulla last week. That was too bad to believe. 54-10. Brayley, space in behind. Jacob Preston.
Big tackle. Big tackle.
And Hines from almost the same spot as he kicked the previous one. He makes the appropriate correction with distance, and Perham is tackled just outside the 10. Well, we've seen that so many times from Preston this year. It's all effort from him, isn't it, in his first campaign in the NRL.
Yeah, you can just see the effects of the breeze here, though. Bulldogs constantly working it off their own line, and Sharks getting the ball in good field position virtually on tackle 1. And that's just by how far you can kick the ball.
When it's like this, and you're running into this strong breeze, you need a lot of work from your outside backs. You've got your forwards out.
Patolo half through the line there. Nick Corral with a legs tackle, and Flanagan with a bit of room to run before he kicks, and Kennedy takes it. Equal top try scorer for Cronulla this year. He and Ronaldo each on 12, and once again Preston down their leading kick chase. And Paul Alamotti part of that too. It's been a composed start for Canterbury. A bit against them this afternoon. Away from home, only 2 away wins for them so far in 2023. Obviously the gun players missing with Origin, and also some injury, and they are the youngest team to take the field in the NRL so far this year. Oh, forward pass.
They pass this ball. Just have a look where his chest and his hips are pointed straight towards the sideline. You get across field there, you got to straighten up, because that ball will look like it's going forward, even if it's not. You still look at his hips going straight towards the sideline, even going backwards. The 5'8" for the Bulldogs, Carl Oluwapu. Yeah, I watched him closely last week. Really impressed with him. Set up a great try with footwork and strength. Defensively, he's really strong. I think he'll develop into a really good lock forward. I think he's going to probably get too big to play in the halves. He'll end up putting another 10 kilos of muscle on. He's got a big frame. He was impressive last week.
He was 18. It's incredible. What a future. What a run. Moran getting the Bulldogs rolling up the ground. Played inside the 30. Flanagan, there's Oluwapu. Here's Perham out the back. Ball underneath to Avarillo. And he's so good on his feet. Avarillo. Eventually stopped by Hamlin Uele. Now Patolo, and out to Flanagan. He wanted to go to Preston. He just overran that, and Kyle did well to refrain from giving the pass there. They're 11 short, Canterbury. 4th tackle. Across the line, Marnie. Now Pungai Jr. Stands like a colossus in the tackle. They can't put him on the turf. Marnie spears it to Flanagan. He wants to try to find the end goal. It's a trap and scrap, and Hines has got it back. And the referee lets play go. And Nico, he's running with the breeze. They're after him. I think he's going to go the distance. Nico, what a tackle! Jake Avarillo put in the bounding strides late and just dragged him down when he looked like he was going to score. If Cronulla shift, they will score though. They've got players unmarked out here. It goes to Teague Wilton. Wilton takes them on. Wilton scores.
think it goes down
Held
first.
him up. Well, that was against the runner play. Looking for a repeat set up the other end. They get their feet out. Nico Hines, Isuzu MUX replay. He looked home for all money. Avarillo kept stumbling. His gait, I don't know what's happening there, but he ends up getting him. And then the ball comes wide. They just had to score. Although the longer it was in the middle, you had your worries. And Teague Wilton, dummy, steps on the inside. Does he get the ball down? Yeah, try confirm. He gets the ball down there. Totally against the run of play. Gal.
Yeah, Teague Wilton did well there. They managed to cover that pretty well, the Dogs, by the end of it. And had he passed the ball, he would have been man on man. So he stepped off his left foot, managed to get over the try line and slammed it down. The passes weren't that clean out the left-hand side of the field, so Teague ended up doing pretty well. But I agree with Joey. Totally against the run of play. Shafts come up an error, gifted the Dogs some field position, and Nico Hines did pretty well to be able to trap and scrap the ball, as they say these days, and ran almost a length, almost got there, but Avarillo is lightning, as we know, managed to run him down. But Sharkies lead 4 points to nil, hopefully 6 soon.
Jack Avarillo was off the bit at the 400. And he picked up and got there. Spirited chase. So Nico Hines even had an off afternoon as far as goal kicking goes last week. That's a good start.
I thought he did live anyway. 10 seconds. Stay on!
Teague Wilton, first name on the try scoring sheet. Heron resumes the battle, and you can just see how much the breeze is affecting play, because that kickoff died. Kartoa was going to catch it, and then he allowed it to bounce. And now Kofusi, first season as a Shark, made a name for himself as an Eel. Played it to Brayley. Hines for Finucane. Quick play the ball once again. And Hamlin Uele. Mowing around the legs, and Marnie's there as well. There's a 6 again call after 4 tackles, and Moylan hit strongly by Patolo. But more pressure on the Bulldogs' defence here as Brayley goes searching, and now Finucane breaks out of a tackle. Can he slip it away to Wilton? He held on to it. Oh, it's stripped, but it was a 2-man tackle.
2 in. When you got it, I believe he still had it, mate.
For the Bulldogs, quick play the ball to the middle of the field. Moylan punched some holes, and then the dummy half, and then was unlucky there.
Ender on him, isn't there? So Nico Hines to line up the shot at penalty goal. Lovely sunny winter's afternoon. Fraction chilly. Footy weather. And Hines from a slightly kinder angle than his successful conversion. And that's straight over for 8-0 in favour of Cronulla. ever popular down here in Cronulla. So 8-0. Not a lot of field position so far for the Bulldogs. They were attacking the Sharks line, and their first try came right against the momentum of play. Ball taken by Kennedy. And back comes Corfusi. Preston very busy in the early stages. He's been a revelation. Now Nikora. Finucane playing on to Hamlin-Uele. Some confidence about Cronulla's work with the ball here now. Finucane looked inside, he got hit hard.
Well, they had plenty of possession and they're charging onto the ball now.
It's a really good tackle. That's Patolo. A low tackle brings Corfusi to ground, and Hines kicks it high in the air. Oh, winger and fullback are looking at each other. The ball bounces kindly for Perham, but that is a miscommunication, which is going to cost Canterbury a line dropout.
Well, you let the ball bounce, what happens? You invite disappointment. No reason why that ball should have bounced.
Wait, Hayes.
Now they've got to give possession back.
Stay on.
It's a shortish kick. It wasn't short enough, and it didn't have the height to allow any of the Bulldog chasers to contest it. So more possession for the Sharks, as you can see there. This is their 5th set on the trot. Late offload. Moylan waiting for it. Sends it out to Talakai. This is the best left side attack in the NRL in 2023. The combination of Wilton, Talakai and Mulatalo. So no wonder Moylan fired it straight out there. They go back to the number 6. And away to Hamlin-Uele. Patolo with a missed tackle. But it came again to bring the run to an end within 8 of the line. Centre of the field. Moylan playing short. Wilton looking. That's a great tackle by Oluwapu. Oh, he's hurt his arm.
He's got a burner.
Hamlin-Uele trying to wrestle out of the defence. His whole body's over the line, but they can't free the ball. Oluwapu really struggling here. Moylan, Hines. Oh, it's going to happen the other way. Trap and scrap. It's been picked up by Canterbury. And Kyle Flanagan loops it over the top. Jacob Kiraz. He's got to have a relay there. He goes the backhand option. Oh, it's forward.
Shot clock on.
Now the young 5'8", Oluwapu, he's still getting treatment down on the try line. And there was a trap here by Kyle Flanagan. He doesn't get a kind bounce, had to stop and then finds a pass. Beautiful pass here on the outside to Kiraz. Now I thought he was away here. Gets in and then just tries for the miracle pass. Here's Oluwapu. Now, I spoke about his defence. He's got the burner, and the young man makes the tackle, a great tackle, and then gets straight up at marker and defends in the line for the next 2 plays under all sorts of pain. It shows the toughness of the young man.
And they target him straight away, and it's Talakai, if you don't mind. And he stands up to him.
You can still see he's still holding that shoulder. You can see him trying to get some movement in that right shoulder.
Moylan Talakai, another great first effort in defence. That was Avarillo who launched it around the legs. And now, geez, Moran. He's hit a few. He's only tiny for a lock. Curtis Moran, he's played a bit of centre this year as well. All over the shot. Hines. Bit of sting in the Bulldogs tackling on this set of 6. Moylan with an enticing kick. Oh, Hayes Perham knocked it on. In fact, it's offside.
When you touch it, you don't have both feet behind.
Well, they've done really well, the Bulldogs, on the defensive side of it, but 5th tackle is letting them down. Their own 5th tackle at one end and then a couple of 5th tackles at this end. Makes a big difference. Sharks on the attack again.
They've defended largely for the whole game so far, and Hamlin-Uele down low and gets to the line.
A nice play, change of angles by the Sharks. It's a real trend in the modern game defensively. Isuzu MUX replay where the back rower likes to get out and sprint, try to put pressure on the half. They change the angles and get in behind. And when Uele shows his strength and his power, just change the angles, gets one-on-one with Reid Marnie. Very hard to stop from there. Gal?
Yeah, great work for Braden Hamlin-Uele there. Very, very powerful close to the line and managed to get over. I've been really impressed with the Sharks start. I was talking before the game about how much they move the ball, and when they make errors, they continue to make errors. But the completion rate today is up around 80%, but they've had 63% of the ball. So no wonder the Bulldogs are starting to leak some points. They're making plenty of tackles.
14th try of his career, first of the season. And Marnie, brave, but too much power. Oh, we enjoyed that. And so Cronulla out to a fast start. It's happened a few times before, though, and they've been run down 14-0. Cronulla got dominated in the middle last week, Andrew, didn't they, against Melbourne? Their forwards flattened them, and there's been a noticeable response, particularly from the two front rowers called Fusi and Hamlin-Uele today.
Well, you expected that. You imagine all week Craig Fitzgibbon, the coach of the Sharks, would hammer the forward pack. But it's easy at the moment. They've got the wind up their backside. They've had 64% of possession. No fatigue at all. All the fatigues in the Bulldogs.
Oh, here he is. He's lost the ball.
Well, there's an error.
Yep.
Making a tackle.
Now, it's important now the Dogs go to work, in particular Cole Flanagan. You've got the young 5'8" Olawapu there, but Cole Flanagan has got to control this game now. Just get some field position and stay in that field position, hold that momentum with his kicking game. His forwards are under pressure, under fatigue. He's got to understand that.
Australia's greatest rivalry. It's underway again for 2023, and tickets are selling fast for Women's Origin Game 2 in Townsville. The Men's Game 3 in Sydney also available. NRL.com/tickets. Corey Waddell into the game now. Tavita Pangai Jr. to the bench. Flanagan turns it to Curtis Morrow. He's brave, Gus, for a little bloke.
Yeah, he's a Bulldog.
Camarillo. Back to Flanagan. He's waving Preston underneath. He straightens off the right foot. Tries to hold Hamlin-Uele off, but he makes the tackle for Cronulla front rower. Waddell playing in the middle now. And Flanagan, he's been involved. Olawapu. He kicked for Perez, but far too deep.
They're not the finish.
One line, front foot,
Cole Flanagan got
foot.
tackled on the fourth play. Took their main kicker out of play there. There's 7 tackle restarts. You cannot get those wrong. Releases all the pressure.
Short side play, Hines. Physicality there from Alamotti. Another of the teenagers in Canterbury's lineup. Average age, only only 23 years and 197 days. 778 NRL games of experience versus 1,888 for the Sharks. That's how raw this Canterbury team is. As Hines pops a kick up and Kennedy's after it, but Perrin took it and it's got belted. That's how they earn the fullback money.
Teague early, mate.
Penalty.
Teague. The Gems are play back inside.
Well, they're under heavy fatigue here, the Bulldogs, at the moment. It's just all the running with the Cronulla Sharks. Plenty of possession and forwards making plenty of metres. Sharks had a bad week last week, so they're looking for a quick start to get some confidence back, and they've certainly found that. Trouble for the Bulldogs is their 5th tackle options in attack and defence. They've lost about 6 of them.
Jesse Ramian for that tackle. He's hobbling back.
Marnie almost tears through. Great offload. Flanagan in support. Held off Brayley, and then Hamlin-Uele came in. Good work. Marnie providing a bit of energy with the ball here. Moran into the line. Oluwapu. Oh, he saw Talakai sprinting out, and now Ronaldo tries to run away from them. And Carraz with the tackle from behind. Torpedo, Talakai claims another victim. Moylan, here he is again, Sipa Talakai. He's lost the ball. Oh, penalty.
Looking at the stats and how much field position, the Dogs have actually done a really good job just to keep them to 14. Now, this is a big set of 6 here.
Finucane gets it started.
You've got to hold them out.
Played in a grand final for Canterbury years ago, Dale Finucane. Across the line now, Hines, Kennedy with a pass, and it's a 20th try from 20 games at this ground for Ronaldo Mulitalo.
And this is one of Nico Hines' favourite play. He gets across field at speed, and they use up Talakai.
Didn't allow the 5'8" to chase across. It has not been confirmed yet, so I reckon that's what they're looking at. Here we go. They're looking at what Sifa Talakai as he goes through. He goes inside the centre, which is where he needs to run, but he doesn't quite get through the line properly. That's a try. No, it's been confirmed. So thankfully, the person he was working on was the centre. So he did get through him, but did stop in the line. I was a little bit concerned there for a moment, but they got the try, the Sharkies. As Gus said, that's a slingshot. They all start in field a little bit to suck the defence in and managed to get them on the outside. Good try there for the Sharkies.
Nico from close enough to touch. Starting at, well, in fact, he didn't even strike that one at all, and it's 18-0.
Stay on.
An early assault from the Sharks at home. Oluwapu Pera, my apologies, gets play back underway, and an interesting change here for Cameron Serraldo. Khaled Rajab is into the game in 14. His third NRL appearance.
Oluwapu's gone into the middle. He might be playing now. And he's defending in the middle of the field.
Hines stacks up a short side again, and a pass down the wing they go. It's Nikora. He was running like a winger. Good last-ditch defence again for Canterbury, but they are under immense pressure now. Finucane. He's actually played in 2 grand finals for Canterbury. Played in 4 for Melbourne. An ankle tap by Oluwapu on Brayley. Play number 5, and they've travelled a long way downfield. Hines. A kick from McInnes and Moylan to chase. They all leap. No one comes down with it. And then Jade Knockenball goes up to assist. Well, I don't know whether he assisted or got in the way. Regardless, Perham got it back, and here's Braden Burns now.
It's just a training gallop for the Cronulla Sharks at the moment. All the possession. You can see the Bulldogs getting tired, very much in a bunch at the moment.
Camarillo played it pretty quickly there. Ball sent from Waddell to Flanagan, and out to Burns. Flanagan with time, but gee, it must be hard kicking into a breeze like this. He really gave that a whack, and it just sits up and landed with a bow on it in Will Kennedy's lap.
The harder you kick it into the breeze, the more it floats on you. You'll get a low trajectory, probably get it near sidelines.
That's a good tackle.
Yeah, that's better defence from the winger. Braden Burns saw the threat, rushed in.
He stung him here, although he's feeling for the back of his neck, Jesse Ramian.
Tackle 3.
For the most part, their defence has been really good. But then they'll lose a 6 again, or they'll give them a repeat set, and it just wears them down.
Total accident.
There's nothing in that.
Well, this break of play would be good for the Bulldogs.
3.
Now, Braden Burns has been put on report. Can we have a replay of that? I have no idea why he is on report. He's made a tackle one-on-one, and then it's a wrestle to get him to the ground.
Oh, goodness.
And unfortunate.
Red line, red line.
It's a
joking,
penalty, it's
right?
a penalty as well, and look, Hines has kicked it 30 metres, and now Cronulla are attacking Canada's line again. Jack Williams in 16. Moylan for McInnes. He's lost the ball here.
Oh, the footy gods looked after it.
Shot clock on. Let's go.
They've been brave, the
Over
Dogs.
here, guys.
Once again, all the possession, all the field position, 62% of possession. And the tackle count for the Bulldogs are right up. Myron made 19 tackles while he was on the field. Preston's up to 16.
It's not only the possession, it's where the possession is. And Sharks have virtually had the game at this end of the field.
Break!
Already made 69 tackles.
Oh, Hines, good effort.
If they can just hang on till half time. Get together, regroup,
Get the wind at your
get
back.
the wind at your back, and then turn it around, put some pressure on the Sharks. We've seen the Sharks this year especially give up some big leads.
Here's Marnie.
Against the Warriors here, they gave up 26 points.
He gets a 6 again now. I was just going to say, McInnes, there's no way he was square at marker. So that's clever by Marnie. Waddell looks like he's moved out to left edge now with Oluwapu playing in the middle. Marnie dummies once, dummies twice. Rajab, and the ball goes goes to Alvarillo. Ooh, don't pass it, Jake. Tackle 3. Marnie. Spiral pass to Oluwapu. Floating ball out the back. And Alamotti. Alamotti leaves them behind. Ball goes to Burns, who tries to cut through the defence but can't. Encouraging signs though for Canterbury. Flanagan's gone down the short side and he scores against his old club. Oh, he loves it. Well, he's lucky he scored, Andrew, because he had all his teammates out right and he took the odds to it and got through to get Canterbury's first.
Yeah, well done, young man. Played his junior footy here. His dad coached this club to a premiership. I imagine coming here today, you want to have a big game. Isuzu Emu-X replay. As well here, Burns. And then last play, one marker. Marker chases infield, throws the dummy, gets down the short side, show and go, goes over in the corner. Great play.
Well, he's actually been playing hooker at dummy half in the New South Wales Cup for a month. We figured that would be a good career move for him, and he's been outstanding in that position in the New South Wales Cup. Scored 4 tries last week at dummy half.
Yeah, had a big win reserve, but won by 50.
They did. Injuries and representative commitments this week have meant they've called on his experience to play at 7 again, but his experience at dummy half over the last few weeks, he's gone really well there. I think he's got a future as a hooker in the NRL, but just that little bit of experience over the last month playing in that position, he was confident enough to go a short side on last play. Paul Gallen.
Yeah, boys, I'm just wondering how healthy Jesse Ramien is. He got around pretty easily on the outside. About 5 or 10 minutes ago, he did stay down for a fair while and did struggle to get back into the defensive line, so I'm not sure he's 100%. And Sienna Guitar, Craig Fitzgibbon would not be happy with his marker play there at all. Took a dummy, took absolutely nobody, and Kyle Flanagan did really well to get him for a try. The Dogs on the board here. Sharks got to start to fire up in this second half. I think it's probably at least a 10-point win in this second half, so let's hope they can fix it up.
Dogs fans should be happy and proud of your team. They are showing real steel. They've hung in.
Well, this will take some kicking. Just inside touch and into the teeth of a fairly stiff breeze. Flanagan sticks it out left. It's 18-4.
Time off.
Just under 8 minutes remaining in his first half. 18. Bulldogs 4.
Time to run.
Kyle Flanagan. He enjoyed that one as Hines gets us back underway. Rajab sends King back from the restart. I'm just wondering, Andrew, they've had 58% of possession, Cronulla, yet the first time Canterbury has the ball down on the Sharks' line, they're able to score a try. What does that say?
They put a lot of energy into their attack, the Sharks, which then it can affect their defence. Here's Oluwapu. They've just got to hang in tight here, the Bulldogs, and get to half-time.
Here's Ockenball. That's a good stinging run. Will clatter as oh, Marnie's lost it.
Just trying to do too much there rather than keeping it simple. Late in the tackle count, just needed another one, get it kicked away, but I don't think there's any time to ever have to pick the ball up one-handed.
Well, he didn't scoop it. He put his hand on top of the ball and tried to pick it up that way.
This is where the Sharks are extremely dangerous. Again, they've been gifted field position and they're deadly. They're probably as good as any team in the competition when they get possession at this end of the field in set play situations.
Beware the slingshots. Hines. Oh, he wanted to pass that and Raymond overran it. Paducah now. Tackled by Oluwapu. Hines goes away to the left where Williams is waiting and King is there. And Marnie will be desperate to defend his own mistake. McInnes! A barnstorming run He was close to Origin selection. He missed out on that, but he's got a try in Sharks colours.
Great work from the dummy half here. Blake Brayley gets out, but gets out at speed. Isuzu MUX replay. And then just the change of angle coming back at the ruck by Cameron McInnes. Makes it a really tough tackle. Watch him get out quick, play the short pass, and McInnes at speed. Changing the angle.
You only ever get 100% from him.
Has Avarillo gone to fullback?
He's played all over the back line, hasn't he, Avarillo? Hines from point blank. I was going to say, has he got a boot to the head? That can't be a fucking hit.
4.5 remaining in his first half. The Cronulla-Sutherland 24 to beat the Bulldogs 40.
It's on your run.
Another one for Cronulla as we approach half time here, and that came off a mistake. As Phil Gould said, you gift the Sharks possession in good territory in set piece scenarios at your own risk. Nick Cora now. Looking on McInnes. He'd run through a brick wall if it told him to. He is so tough.
The one before's borderline read.
Danger again here.
Penalties now 5-1. Sharks can't keep giving them sort of set play situations.
Yeah.
Talakai. A savage run. Hines and Fanuku. Marnie, that was good. Talking about players that play above their weight. Reed Marnie, top of the list. Williams over.
And once again, the dummy half. Blake Brayley. It was a big charge which left two Bulldogs players on the ground. Isuzu MUX replay. It was Finucane, and then Brayley gets out of dummy half. Gets the one-on-one for Jack Williams. Is just on the field, nice and fresh. Have a look at this charge. Digs into the line, finds his front, plays the ball quick. Two players on the ground. Brayley sees this, ball in two hands. Gets his back rower into space. Good player, Jack Williams. Wholehearted, tough. Gal.
Yeah, Joey, Gus mentioned it. Discipline really killing the Dogs. Errors out of dummy half, as we saw from Reed Money. Then 5 penalties to the Sharks, giving them field position. With this breeze behind them and the attack they've got, they can't afford to do that, the Doggies. So they've really let the Sharkies into the game, and good lead leading into half-time, 30 points to fall.
A few forwards on the score sheet so far for Cronulla. Running straight, running hard, and Nico with another one. Jack Williams doesn't get too many, but he's another wholehearted toiler for the Sharkies. 30 points to 4. Here it comes again. Now tonight from 7 p.m. Day 3 of the first Ashes test, live from Edgbaston. You'll see it live and in HD on Nine's Wide World of Sports. Exclusive coverage to 9 Gem tonight from 7 o'clock. Australia 5 for 311, only 82 behind England's first innings score. Gee, it'd be good to see Usman going to get 200, Gus. Carey 100.
He's going to need to.
Yeah.
Very graceful, isn't he, Usman?
Oh, he's gritty.
Another testing kick. Still the last. No touch by the Bulldogs. There's numbers out right, though. Nikora, dummies, gives the pass away to Sione Katoa. He juggled it. Look how good he is on his feet. He is dynamite. He's going to kick it, is he? No, he fires it back to Nico. Nico goes to Ockenbaugh, and then away. Oh, it's a forward. Well, that was an anticlimax.
Change over.
How many times I see wingers up too flat when there's space on the outside? How many times the last pass is forward?
Well, the Bulldogs have been terrible on tackle 5 in defence and terrible on tackle 5 in attack. All those tackle 5 options just keep adding up, and the penalties keep adding up. And it's just been a stroll in the park for the Sharks.
Oh! Nikora on Flanagan. Bang, crash, wallop. Might have been high. Kyle thinks so. Didn't miss him. A dominant first half for Cronulla. 30 points to 4. They've had a whole bunch of possession, 60% of the ball, and it's 5 tries to 1 in favour of the home team in Sunday footy. It's a big bridge to climb for the Bulldogs. They do have that strong wind at their back, however, in the second 40.
Sonny, run.
Sharks looking to move into 5th position with a victory here. Kennedy for Williams.
Corey, square. Oh.
And now Jesse Ramian. Paul Gallen commented that he looked like he wasn't 100% in the first half, but that was certainly the run of a fit man. Now Nikora. Confrontational defence there, Alamotti, and assisted ably by Flanagan. And McInnes again. And a quick play of the ball. Bailey goes to Williams, and he makes good ground before he is met strongly by Ockenbaugh. So they've travelled down to Canterbury's 40-metre line, and Hines kicks high. Pressure here at the back, well taken. It is Avarillo who's gone to fullback in a positional switch up. And Kiraz. Good offload. Here's Rajab. He's a Canterbury boy through and through. Coloured Rajab. Popular member of the local community. Played here by Burns. This is good. This is strong by the Bulldogs. An offload from Perham. It goes away and finds Flanagan. Gallops across the field. Gallivanting, looking for something to open. Money for Rajab once again. And now Kiraz running back towards the middle of the field. Stopped by Finucane. And Rajab, he didn't take the win into account there. 5th tackle option, letting the Bulldogs down once again.
Well, that's just cheap metres for the Sharks now. 7 tackles, 20 metres. You've got to get those ones right on tackle 5.
ball at best by Brayley out of dummy half. McInnes held by Marnie. Now Finucane runs towards Preston. They're down in Canterbury territory again here. Moreland sends it away. And Wilton on that left edge. Another short side raid by Hines. He went behind. What about that by Moyle? Oh, it's a forward pass. That was blistering. There wasn't much in it. Ronaldo was up and gone if it was legal.
Forward. Middle.
Oh.
Carraz got up there and put some pressure on, forced the forward pass. But the Sharks just making too many easy metres right through the meat of the Bulldogs forwards, and the 4 biggest players for the Bulldogs are on the bench. Not the smallest possible team on the field at the moment. The 4 big blokes are all sitting on the sideline.
Burns forces a pass out the back. Oh, that was fortuitous. It clipped the hand of a Shark.
No advantage. Is a touch. No advantage as a touch off Sharks. No advantage and a knock on. Shot clock on.
Here's the error. So he offloaded the play before and it was knocked down but knocked forward by a Sharks player back into the hands of Braden Burns. It's been strong today, Braden Burns. Made that big run. The play before Kyle Flanagan went over in the corner.
His last game, he's had 8 weeks out with a knee injury. If you remember his last game, he was probably man of the match against the Dragons in Wollongong. Yeah. He's had 1 reserve grade game since, scored 3 tries. It's his first game back in the NRL for a couple of months.
Waddell for Preston now. Can the Dogs jag one after half time and try to generate some momentum? Flanagan away to Rajab. Heron has moved to right centre there, it appears. So he swapped with Amarillo. King dumped in a strong shot by Finucane. 23 metres out, middle of the ground now. Marnie away from Flanagan, and Waddell back on the inside, got sat down in a good shot by Williams and Finucane. Last play, what can they muster here? Something useful? Not really.
Again, a pretty neat tackle 5 option. Just gives the ball back to Cronulla with no pressure on them.
Paul Gallen, sideline, you rugged up.
Well, I haven't got a rug at the moment, guys, but I can tell you that the wind is definitely come from the south. I'm not sure how fast it's actually coming, and they're saying the current temperature is 14 degrees, but it feels like 7. I don't get that. If it feels like 7, it's 7 degrees, because it's cold down here.
Gal, it sounds like you need to take it up with the Bureau, mate. You've been complaining about the wind direction and the temperature. Just write them a letter.
Well, but they've got it wrong. They've got it wrong once again. It's not like the Bureau to get it wrong, is it?
We're in Cronulla. This place is 4 seasons in one day.
Oh, lost ball.
Well, 0 tackle.
As soon as you put a hand on him, he's
They had no possession in the game, and they're trying offloads on tackle 0 in the backfield.
Set restart for the Sharks inside enemy territory. They made them pay off the same scenario in the first half, and they are looming again. Nikora. 6 metres out now. Brayley. Flanagan was all over him there as he picked it up from acting half. Here's big Tom Hazelton. feet. Oh, talk about get around him. Look at this. It's a pylon.
Is that his first try in our NRL? By the reaction, you'd say yes. Just it's been a weekend for first for the big men scoring tries.
Oh, Alex 12.
Tom Hazelton, have a look at him. Isuzu MUX replay like a big tarantula with those legs just trying to get through. All arms and legs, knees, elbows. Like that one, Gal?
Yeah, love that one. Big Tommy Hazelton, the old 40-20. He's a great young kid. And I think it is his first try. But once game comes off the back of a Bulldogs error, they've got to control the ball or get rid of these errors in their game. Just get back to a simple game plan. And I can tell you now, Tommy Hazelton is one of Gus's favourites.
Did you say young?
Not today, he's not.
He's 40-20. He's 40 years old, but he's 20 years old, but he looks 40. Have a go at him. The 40-20, the modern day 40-20. Modern day Michael Wayman.
I thought it was a 40-60.
Yeah, he's not welcome in my lounge room ever again. He's barred.
I saw him playing the trial match here at the start of the year. I think Nottingham against the Knights. He had a ripping game.
Yes, he's 24, Tom Hazelton, and he gets his first NRL try. And here he goes. He might get another one. Imagine if he ran 100 metres from the restart. Now Nico Hines, oh, this is ominous.
Tom Hazelton, he's a local junior.
From Goulburn.
Oh, Williams straight through. Hazelton's there. Williams has run away from him. Williams v. Kiraz. He dragged him down and Hazelton's blowing up. He nearly got two in a minute. Moylan, Talakai's dropped it with the line wide open.
Well, the Bulldogs have got to get some size out on the field because the little blokes in the middle just can't contain them.
Middle.
Give it here, pass it, pass it. Oh, took it a fraction easy there. Sifa Talakai tried to catch it in one arm.
Shot clock off. Hold the weight. Hold the weight. Wait.
Alamotti gets cut down just outside his 10, 36-4. There's half an hour left here. Canterbury have been brave all year. They've had 5 wins. They've been edged out narrowly in a few other games also.
Come on, Sifa.
They're up against it here as Oluwapu comes to the bench. Rita Pungai back out there. And Rajab. Pass for Kiraz. He gets dragged back. 4 tackles down. They're not quite at their 30 yet. Here's Tavita. Flanagan wallops that downfield. Catch taken by Kennedy, and now Ronaldo, the only back to get a try in the game so far for Cronulla. Unbelievable. So who else has scored their first tries this weekend? Andrew, Alex Twile got one. Makatoa. Wishart too.
Yep. Twile was a good.
You know, the bunker was threatening to take it off of him. Could you imagine if that happened? That's a good tackle. Rajab stuck to his task. And drag Teague Wilton down one-on-one. Last tackle now. Hines. Kicks towards the left side of the ground, although it was more for Avarillo to defuse, and he got up and did that effectively. Marnie, they're going to shift here. No luck there either. Nikora and Hines straight up there in the face of Brayton Burns.
Gonna look to use this breeze. Flanagan.
Good offload. Now Marnie wants to spin it but couldn't. Oh, what a tackle! A driving shot by Preston.
Great.
Another late offload. Hines, Talakai. It was almost an old-fashioned handoff, that one. It was such a short pass. Talakai's dropped another one.
Knock on, strip, coloured.
Oh, it was stripped out and knocked on by the Bulldogs is the ruling.
Stripped.
Yeah.
Challenge this one.
Chris, Bulldogs captain's challenge, tackle 2. Overruled Khaled has knocked the ball down for a knock-on.
Well, there's 2 in the tackle, 3 in the tackle.
Well, if it's a strip, it's a penalty.
Yeah, it's a penalty.
Just looking if there's an intent to strip here. Also, if there's 2 people in the tackle at the point of the strip.
Well, he's
At this
tackling.
point here, you can see Max King is holding onto the jersey, so there is 2 people in the tackle.
But he gets thrown off. As he's thrown off, look, he's tackling the ball. He's got his hands around the ball, but he gets thrown off.
Well, there's no stripping action there.
He just gets palmed off. And while he's getting palmed off, his hands are around
Caleb's
the ball.
stripping at the ball. The challenge is successful due to the change of the restart.
Reid, you keep your challenge because I ruled knock-on. It's changed to a strip because there's 2 in the tackle.
So the challenge is successful, even though.
Yeah, they challenged the knock on, but it was a strip.
Well, they've done it themselves.
I still don't understand the interpretations of those. You're allowed to tackle the ball. If the bloke loses it, he loses the ball.
Kinnis. Often more the tackler. Caleb Rajab. Blake Brayley, not another forward. Brayley.
He's been really classy today, Brayley. He's picked his times. Passing's been perfect.
Oh, Hazelton's got a taste of this try-scoring stuff. Options both sides here for Blake Brayley. He goes to Hines on the right. Short punt straight through. Nikora in his 100th NRL game is another try scorer from the forwards. This is incredible.
I think he's one of the best line runners in the competition, any back rower. And watch him move here. Isuzu MUX replay. Reid Marnie on an edge, and he changes his line as the ball's in the air. Watch this. This will look great up close. Looks like he's going to the inside of Reid Marnie, but then changes while the ball's in the air, and he goes to the outside shoulder. That is class.
Well, they're just out of position. I don't know why Reid Marnie's outside Waddell on the edge there. And they target that. They're pretty deadly when they get those set restarts. Paul Gallen.
Yeah, great try from Britton Akora there. Really good line runs, the outline there. But I want to give Blake Brayley a rap. He's had 2 try assists today. And if you have a go at that pass from dummy half, look at it. Bang, zings it straight out in front of Nico Hines. Gets him straight on the defender he wants to, and gives a beautiful outball to Britton Akora, who runs as good a line as anyone in the competition. He's been fantastic today, Blake Brayley.
spent some time in Origin camp with the Blues in the lead up to game 1. Blake Brayley. And Nico enjoying his birthday at home here. 42-4. We continue the build-up to State of Origin 2 at Suncorp Stadium on Wednesday night. The Blues hoping to conjure what many believe would be their greatest result if they can level the series while Queensland are trying to wrap it up in 2 games. Don't miss all the build-up and the analysis from 7 p.m. Wednesday night, exclusively live and free here on Nine's Wide World of Sports.
Stay on.
Good pick-up, Kennedy. Here comes Hazelton again. I haven't seen Wade Graham yet. He's scheduled to play his 100th game here at PointsBet Stadium. He'd be the 7th player to do so. He'll be itching to get out there. The scoreboard suggests he'd be pretty keen to be part of it. Another incisive run by McInnes and Hines. Out for Talakai. Great poor pass, they say.
Once again, the winger up too flat. There is no need to be up so flat.
Middle scrum.
Get him on the outside. Look how flat. Man, the ball goes forward.
And again, it's Kiros who gets up there. At least he's up there in their face, which forces the pass.
Well, right on cue. The veteran Wade Graham's on the park now. He's in the scrum there. 100 games at this ground. It's a select list of players. Gow, well, he's the top of it. 167 games here. E.T. 155, David Peachy 113. Then some real cult heroes for Cronulla. Dane Sorensen, Mitch Healy and Danny Lee are all on the list. It's a few cold nights in winter down in the Shire. Ball knocked over within 23 of the line. Marnie. Moran and Pungai Jr. Dummy and run. Flanagan nearly got the better of his opposite number 7 there. There's an argument that should be 6 again. Hines with a second wrestle there. Oh, what about that? Preston, Kitts and Hazelton. Plucks it out of thin air.
Couldn't have kicked it any better to him. Straight in the belly.
It was a bit of exaggerations. Well, he kind of did. He didn't have a choice, otherwise it would have winded him. Here's Ronaldo. Oh, look at this is better defence. Well, they drive him towards the old leagues club, and he never stopped momentum there, and the referee says held.
What was the Chinese there?
The King won. Funny things have happened there over the years, Joey. Running style of Jacob Kiraz. He's had 4 games this year where he's run for in excess of 200 metres. After the first month, he had run for more metres than anyone in the comp. He's quite a few weeks with injury, of course. Oh, could not have passed that any more to Ramian. Ramian away, and will score underneath the sticks. I think Jesse Ramian was stunned that the ball came straight to him.
I don't think Kyle Flanagan could see him. He's got the decoy runners going through. Isuzu MUX replay, gets the ball, and his decoy runner goes through Preston. I think he blocks his vision. Jesse Ramian, aggressive defence, up in the attacks line, and just too easy.
Well, you can only take them if you're up there and you're in the game. The Sharks, who haven't had to do a lot of stressful defence today, were just too energetic there. The Bulldogs slow with their passing. Jesse Ramian, good strong player. Too slow, too slow.
I've looked after Nico with their recent shots at goal from right in front this one. And the crowd in the Monty Porter stand waiting anxiously to see if they can catch one. The Gotcha for Life Foundation and the NRL have teamed up to build mental fitness in grassroots footy with the One Pass at a Time campaign. One pass can change a game, one conversation can change a life. Buy your virtual pass by using that QR code on screen right now. Great initiative.
Yeah, Matty, yep.
Hard place for visiting teams to come
Sunday run!
down here in the Shire, and the Bulldogs are finding a bit about that today. Now Katoa, he's bumping away from tackles. He's gone straight through the teeth of him. Katoa being pursued by Morra. Now that is a spirited chase and tackle. He's playing lock forward today, Curtis Moran, and Katoa is one of the fastest in the game. Now Ramian.
Curtis Moran, he has no regard for his body.
Hazelton nearly got through another lot. Hines. Rajab with an important tackle. They head to the right. Graham. Didn't have the pace to get through. Fifth and last. They're right on the line here. And they try the bash play, but it's not going to come to fruition. Now,
Short guys,
first try scorer
over.
today, Teague Wilton, can't get another.
Wait, Hayes!
And Curtis Moran,
Holding.
playing lock today, as you said, he goes as hard as anyone in the comp. Just throws himself at the opposition.
Oh, these are tough runs. Oh.
You and Britton. No, we're going, mate.
Emma Lawrence, they turn out in force once again here down in Cronulla.
That's right, Matt. The official crowd, 11,901 fans. And I tell you what, they are getting the party started early because their Sharkies are putting on a show.
Party never stops here in the Shire. Franklin Hilaire. Haven't seen him until now in the game. Here he is again.
You can't miss him. He's a big, big man.
Flanagan. He's tried really hard, Kyle. Inside the 30. All fired back to Hayes Perham. He has to run one out. There's no one else there. Tackle 5. Down the right-hand short side. Ball goes to Kiraz. Kick back in. Kennedy, great hands. And he evades the tackle of Reid Marnie. Flanagan's there to drag him to ground. 15 out from his own line. There's Pele on Talakai. Can imagine the G-forces in that collision. Now, It's Nikora nearly through the line. They're just punching through these first attempts at tackle, aren't they? And Braden Hamlin-Uele back on the ground. Nico's run for 205 metres, really? Wow. He picked up another 10 there before he fired it to Moylan, and then the ball gets as far as Ronaldo. He's got it in one hand, slips it away to Moylan, now to Wilton, now Talakai. Talakai down the wing. Talakai had a look up and thought about a kick, but he's happy to take the tackle, and Tavita Pungai in the end. Hines dinks it up. Ronaldo Mulatalo was play acting as if he was taken out, and the ball retrieved by Canterbury right on their line once again. Here's Kiraz. Oh, this is so hard. The Sharks full of gas on the back of all this possession, and Canterbury trying to make yardage. And the Colt Heroes come for a breather with the standing ovation.
So good.
Strong tackle, Milton.
It's Moran again.
Look at this from outside. Shot. Referee says it was around the shoulders. Alamotti on Katoa. Now Ramian. That's a good tackle.
It's Moran again.
A really great front on shot. Dumps him into the ground with force. Now Graham to Hamlin-Uele. He's there against Ockenbaugh. He wrestles free of him. Back to Nico. Nico kicks. Katoa racing after it. Burns turns and chases. And he can't slip out of Nico's tackle. That's good work. Oh, funny. That just had hit me written all over it, that run. Oh, they're stuck in the mud. He might go back in the grandstand here, Rajab. 3 tackles gone. This is awful. Marty just kicks it. Look at Kennedy pouring back. Will Kennedy, he got belted for Alamotti. He got up and kept going. Kennedy, 15 metres out. I don't think I've seen that before. 3rd tackle, and the hooker just kicked it. Here's Korfusi. 3 metres short. Matt Moylan, Nico Hines, over the top. Ball misses its target. Bounces along the ground, picked up by Katoa, and Burns has put him over the sideline.
Play the ball.
A good hustle.
Reed. Middle,
good hustle from Braden Burns. He's had a real crack today, Braden Burns. In a losing side, he's Kennedy. Big contact there. And the pass was just, it was off from Nico.
Tackle 1.
That's Nikora.
He's got a poke in the eye. Yep, he's got poked in the eye.
I'm guessing they're pretty big fingers.
Yep.
Oh. Even bigger thighs.
He's
going to stay out there, Britain. He's a valuable player here, isn't he? Plays 80 minutes every week. Dangerous.
He's a good
strong
player.
Ball runner.
Really good player.
That's a determined run by Moran. He's just thrown everything into this performance this afternoon, and a team that's getting badly beat. Rajab pulled down by McInnes and Wilton. Inside Cronulla's 30. Here goes Perham. Let's see what's coming here on the last. Flanagan kicks back across the grade. I don't think anyone was expecting it, and Hines has gone straight through. Preston, who else? Last line of defence.
And again, the fifth tackle options have been terrible today.
Singles out one of the biggest blokes on the field and throws himself at him.
Give me 17 Curtis Morans on your team. You mightn't win every week, but guaranteed you'll be in the fight.
He's a bulldog.
He's a tough young man.
Good chance here. Nice play. Alamotti. Perham, sorry. Hayes Perham on the right wing. Flanagan, he got cut off there by Hines, who came rushing up out of the line. Franklin Pellet. 7th game of the year. He's spent a fair chunk of time injured himself this year, Franklin Pellet. Now Rajab, he's beaten Talakai. He wanted Kiraz, or he dummied to him at least, and he goes down within 25 metres of Cronulla's line. 4 tackles used, an enterprising set of attack here for Canterbury. Although Kiraz has dropped it here on the last.
Coming into 5.
He had no one to pass it to. He had the ball in 2 hands, and
Shot clock on.
in the end took the tackle and was able to have the ball taken away from him.
It's Wade Graham. I'm sure he plays at the ball. He knocks it down. It shows experience there, Wade Graham.
Hang on, Nico. Hang on, mate.
When he goes into tackle.
Bulldogs challenging a decision of a loose carry making a tackle.
He comes down hard at the ball with his right hand.
Hadn't gone.
He knows what he's doing here, Wade.
Well, they've already ruled on one of these earlier.
See the right hand? He comes down and hits down on the ball. Deliberate.
Looking at the right hand of Wade Graham, whether he's making a tackle or playing on the ball, this point he's slapping at the ball and he knocks it on into the Bulldogs player. The challenge is successful.
Scrum feed, guys.
Again, I think that's a stupid interpretation.
Bring it in.
You should be allowed to tackle the
Bulldogs
ball.
scrum feed.
The man with the ball's got to hold on to it. Years ago, that was just a lost ball. I can never understand it.
But is it in the rule book, a slap?
Oh, I don't know.
A strip of the ball is in the rule book. It's illegal, but a slap?
Well, they've never really interpreted what a strip is. So everything goes in the same basket.
Paul Alamotti. Played it to Reid Marnie. Now Franklin Pellet. He's added a bit of muscle since he's gone out there.
He can charge the ball.
Oh, yeah. Flanagan. Moran got taken out off the ball.
Yep.
He's everywhere, Moran.
Not fast.
Support play, hit it up, tackle, chase, cover, defend. They need a lot more like him.
Local boy?
Yep.
Here he is. He's going to get a try. Well, if anyone out there deserves a try, it's Curtis Moran. What a wholehearted effort.
He's a second-generation Bulldogs. I think his uncle was Brad Moran, who played with that great Bulldogs team in the early 2000s. Here it is. There's no science to it. He just wants it. Isuzu MUX replay. Have a look at that for courage. One player can hold his head high today. It's Moran. Gal.
You're 100% right, Joey. He can absolutely hold his head up. The Dogs have been absolutely dominated through the middle of the field. Their forwards have been non-existent, bar this bloke. He's been fantastic. He's ran hard, he's tackled hard, and he thoroughly deserves that try. From a Sharks point of view, disappointing they let that in. That was a pretty simple try. They've only been down in the attacking zone on a couple of occasions, the Dogs, and obviously Flanagan got a try in the first half, and Moran gets a good try there. But well deserved by the young man. He's been fantastic today.
What's his best position, Gus? Moran.
Well, he's not big in stature, is he? He's just an energetic sort of player. You'd probably play him a lock forward or maybe in that Reuben Cotter front row player through the middle part of the field. But he's got leg speed. He can play the ball quick. He can make quick meters. He hits hard. Biggest thing is he's got heart.
Promotion team successful. 7 minutes remaining in the match here at Westwood Stadium. Sharks 48, Bulldogs 10.
It's going to come up.
Well done, Curtis Moran.
Stay on!
The metre triangle of Cronulla doesn't look half as bad after that shot from up in the drone. It's quite pleasant. It's not. Don't be fooled.
Hold! Keep space!
Yeah, I think we've all had some ugly days here in the Shire. It's just one of those places. I've seen teams come here in really good form and disappear for the rest of the competition.
Straight away now!
Talk about little blokes who attack stronger. And please don't think I'm making a comparison because he's one of our best of the modern era. But how big was Trevor Gilmoster?
Oh, he would have been probably 92, 94 kilos at his heaviest. I think Moran would be the same. He'd be only 90, 92 kilos.
Did you get whacked by Gilmoster?
Yep, knocked me out a couple of times. The first 2 Origins.
That was him.
Knocked me out.
Jesse up. Go.
And Gus dropped me.
Get Blades, go.
Well taken.
Go, Blades. Run, Blades.
Hasn't got a try today, Will Kennedy.
He's been strong.
So Finucane toiling away. Just over 5 minutes to go in Sunday footy. The Sharkies will be up in 5th position, but they make light work of teams lower than them on the ladder traditionally. They've put up some big scores against opponents languishing towards the bottom of the ladder over the last 2 seasons in particular. It's beating the teams above them, which has proved their greatest obstacle. They're 1-6 against top 8 teams this year. They were 4-11 last year. They won 4 games against top 8 teams last year and finished 2nd.
Really?
Yep.
And then went out in straight sets. Cowboys beat them here, didn't they? The first semi.
Absolutely. Classic.
And then South, they put a clinic on, didn't they, South?
Yeah. So that's their next obstacle.
I'm down! Oregon. Wait!
It's not a lack of experience. They are a vastly experienced team. The Sharks outfit.
That was a hell of a catch.
Wasn't it?
The big challenge is when you play the big games at the end of the year, you got to play quicker. You got to go up a gear. And that's the challenge for Cronulla, not only as a team collectively, but for some of their individual players. Have they got another gear?
Marnie spears it out there. Moran for Ockenboard. It's a 3-on-2. He comes back inside and Moylan, well, held him up there and Dale Finucane did the rest. Flanagan sticks it up across them now and Partoa loses it. Peter Pangai, one-handed pass away now to Burns. They've got a full fresh set of 6.
He scooped that up like a halfback, Tavita.
Preston, well, he's another one that's toiled manfully as he does. Rajab. Oh, good shot. Talent. Boom. That was merciless defence by Talakai. Came flying out. Reid Marnie dummied the Moran, takes on the defence himself. McInnes wraps him up. Third play. Franklin Pele is the biggest dummy half the game has ever seen.
Good tackle. Finucane cut him in half.
A little dink by Marnie and a play over the back by Kennedy.
Shot clock on.
Just looking at the back row on the right side, Jade Knockenball. Huge man. If they could get him one-on-one.
Stay on!
Oh, Tavita slipped it out the back and it's dived on by Finucane.
Can they raise the bat, the Sharks? Can they get to 50? They raise the bat at 50 or was it only 100?
No, you raised it at 50. And when you got off the mark for New South Wales, you raised the bat to the crowd that turned out to watch you.
That's right.
Get together! Square!
How many did you get? Only got no blue. Here's Finucane.
Jacob Square!
Brett Hilton House, if you're watching, I hope you're enjoying the footy. Here's Hines. Moylan. Plenty of hang time under that. Ronaldo streaming. Gee, that's a good take by Kiraz.
Hold square, wait!
Burns. A minute to go. Big win for Cronulla. Takes them actually up to 4th now on the live ladder. When you take for and against, the percentage as it's known, into account. Marnie, Moran. Look at this. Tearing upfield. He lost it. Well, it's the last minute of play, and he's running as hard as he was when the game kicked off. And they're trailing by 38.
He must have a funny mirror at home. He looks in the mirror and he thinks he's 6'5", 110 kilos. He goes as hard in the first minute as the last minute. Once again, if you had 17 Curtis Morans in your team, you'd be in the fight for a long time.
Jacob, shot clock off. Okay, time on.
So last couple of plays for the Sharks. They're looking for that elusive half century. Talakai.
Max, ready, Mark!
Do they play a trick shot here or do they just play it out? Finucane, he's going to hit it up. So if they want to throw on a play, it's going to have to be here.
Field goal.
5 seconds to go.
Field goal.
Hines, Kennedy loses it forward. And that'll be the end of it. Sharks had this in hand pretty early in the piece. And Canterbury, they really couldn't keep pace. They certainly tried hard at varying times, but a bit of class shone through in the end. 8 tries to 2. Cronulla with a big win over Canterbury in Sunday footy, 48-10.